Hello, I am the Ronin Pawn, and this is NationStates, and this is the rogue nation of Pawntucky, a corrupt dictatorship that I happen to lead. Reform is insufficient, revolution is necessary, in case you hadn't heard. We're having a little trouble with our economy after I banned the automobile and made everyone ride bikes around. Didn't really consider the effect that would have on industry. Trying to get things from the shores to the Midland, takes a lot of bikes. The basket case Pawntuckian economy, worth 526 billion beers a year, is driven entirely by a combination of government and state-owned industry, with private enterprise illegal. Average income is 14,618 beers, down from what it was not long ago at 20-some thousand, but we're coming back. We're going to come back today. I'm going to be looking for a financial issue, and I am willing to sell out. I am getting there, YouTube. I am getting there. The government is financing an extremely costly war against malaria. Children as young as 6 shock their parents by coming out of the closet. Heavy industry grinds to a halt as new equipment must be biked in. And birth rates have hit an all-time low. God, just telling people they can have abortions, you know? I mean, I don't really have a problem with the birth rates being low. There's already too many people drinking my beers. Beers, of course, being the gross domestic product. That is our income. We've got some issues to look at today. You are feeling very, very sleepy and not at all gay. Yeah, I haven't been happy lately, and I have been sleeping a lot. You know, winter. When it hits you, it really hits you. A controversial new health center has opened in Pawntucky City, offering what it terms spiritual counseling for young people confused about sex and gender. Critics charge that its practices amount to conversion therapy, trying to cure homosexuality by pressuring vulnerable teenagers. I actually saw this movie. It's one of my favorites, and I highly recommend it. It's called But I'm a Cheerleader, I think. God, it's a hot movie. Homosexuality is not something that needs to be cured, nor is it a choice, fumes gay rights activist Emma Silk while burning a feather boa in protest. What is it with your feather boas, fella? We have fought so hard to be recognized as people with the same rights as everyone else, and now we have these quacks taking advantage of vulnerable young people with their religiously inspired bigotry. Conversion therapy needs to be banned in Pawntucky and our rights protected. I'm down. No one is taking advantage of anyone, counters therapist Anne-Marie Parkey, a self-declared gay conversion success story, giving it to you straight. We simply offer a service to families requesting our intervention. Everything is completely voluntary and above board. Don't ban legitimate medical procedures just because you can't accept that sexual orientation is a choice. Some of these young people come into us in such a state of misery and confusion, and we offer them solace and comfort. We're doing the Almighty's work, after all. Oh, the good Lord above. Yes, this is what he always envisioned. People telling other people that you're not supposed to be the way you are. What? How do you feel? Oh, those are the wrong feelings. You're not allowed to have those. Yes, thank you, Lord. Thank you for this one narrow path that we've been allowed to walk, and if we don't, then we just lose your love. Thank you. Thank you, Your Highness. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Chance your minister of compromises and trust falls while organizing the next retreat for your cabinet. If someone agrees to undergo so-called conversion therapy, then it's no business of the state to interfere in that. However, it should only be available to consenting adults. We also shouldn't allow parents to force their children to undergo these often humiliating therapies. So let's keep the centers operating, but only for adults who want the services. I've got an idea. How about we convert the conversion centers so that any adult who actually wants the procedure will instead be given the kind of therapy that they need to accept themselves for who they are and give the big middle finger to anyone who tells them differently. Honestly, I'm almost tempted to click on the compromise option, but seriously, that's just saying, you know, it's not okay to warp a child's mind, but a consenting adult whose mind has already been warped, yeah, that's cool. No, it's not. Counselors have to sign pledges supporting gay rights before they can speak to any new patients. Well, kittens become softer, scientists say. I am great for cats. School bans chess as too confrontational. Modern music, just noise, citizens say. Citizens praise innovative government solutions. Did that hurt our economic It did. Okay, I need money. I need money. Religiousness is down. Again, if your religiousness is bound to being a hater against anyone, you've got the wrong God. Like, if there are people who you know who are actually better people than your God, maybe you should pray to Jim. Yeah, Jim's a nice guy. He never gets on anyone's nerves. Animal experimentation laws are under scrutiny. Well, praise Jim. Scientists and animal rights activists have once again brought up the debate over animal experimentation to your attention. What have those poor defenseless animals ever done to us? Asked Bodie Boney, owner of the East Kentucky House Mouse Sanctuary. Kidnapping these helpless creatures from their habitat simply to stick probes and needles in them is just barbaric. How would you like it if someone caged you in a lab and conducted tests on you just to find out whether a new product was fit for sale? Experimenting on animals ought to be banned. Well, I'm in a banning mood. Let's do it, Bodie. It is not unethical, replies Dr. Teresa Swift, the chief surgeon at Kentucky's largest cancer research clinic. The unethical thing to do would be to deny the public of the benefit of the great scientific advancements we are making. If we have to sacrifice some animals in the name of science, healthcare, or a commercial venture, then that's just what we've got to do. Think of the lives we could save. All we require is more government support and funding for this worthy cause. Here's the thing. Can I have a third option where we separate the scientific benefit and the, seeing whether or not this shade of lipstick goes with, mouse lips? I'm sorry if I'm confrontational today, everyone. I'm in a mood. I read the comments section. I'm going to make a compromise here. I don't want to. I'm not in the mood to compromise, but for the sake of the advancement of science, the house mouse, which, by the way, doubles as our national menu, it makes a delicious kebab. We're going to keep sticking things in it. I'm sorry. Several citizens have complained about scientists abducting their pets for experimentation. This Kentuckian economy rose from basket case to week. I got the economy back on track by allowing commercial enterprise to put lipstick on house mice. Yes, that makes as much sense as anything. Workforce participation jumps, tourism industry braces for influx. Good! We're back on the rise. All available space. Run a below average but not terrible economy. Okay! I wonder, what nation you took that picture of, because if you live there, you're probably kind of pissed. Holy crap, 537% jump to the economy according to the Krugman Greenspan Business Outlook Index. However, the average smiles per day is down by 3.1%. When you're killing what people consider house pets, you gotta expect that to happen. An international incident, diamonds are an expat's best friend. You say that 3 times. You say that once on a YouTube recording, I dare you. Media outlets have been buzzing about the thousands of children abducted from their remote villages across the exotic nation of Brazilistan. Brazilistan, where arts were entertaining June. Thousands of children abducted from their villages in Brazilistan, suspected to have been carried out on the order of their own government. Reports are coming in that the abducted children have been sent underground to mine for diamonds, Brazilistan's most precious resource, but military intelligence suggests that some young Pawtuckian citizens living there have fallen to the same fate. Oh, launch the nukes, General! We don't have nukes? I should have mined more plutonium. The Brazilistani government have been pursuing aggressive and provoking policies for years, especially in their attempts to annex their neighbor Marche Noire. Now they're abducting and holding hostage not only their own children, but citizens of other countries. Booms General Haley Mendeleev, slamming her fist on the conference table and urgently gesturing to a map on the wall. We have sat idly by, and now it's our people over there, waking up in the middle of the night to bombs and soldiers destroying their homes. Leader, we must marshal our forces and intervene with the only language the Brazilistanis seem to understand. Boom. The good general is surely exaggerating the threat here, Marlon Humperdinck, one of your trusted advisors, responds calmly while drinking his tea. Brazilistan is our foremost diamond trader. I should probably not do this while drinking my tea. I'm up in the comedy to spit take levels, ladies and gentlemen. My crotch is wet. A knee-jerk military response is the worst thing we could possibly do here. I am confident that with some juicy incentives, the Brazilistani government will discover their error and immediately release our— Oh my God! The bombs are dropping! That's right, Brazilistan, we're coming for you. Military parade draws bumper crowd, government bigger, better, official says. Box office cheers, violent action heroes. Foreign aid, mostly just wasted, official says. You gonna mess with my kids? You gonna mess with my kids? You gonna mess with any of my citizens, alright? I am a rogue nation, and there's a reason for that. I will fuck you up. Also, it'll probably be good for the economy, Good war, sell some bombs, some guns. It'll be very good when those leak out onto the streets, won't it? Is our children learning? The truth come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay? When a relatively minor official in your government vowed to increase the standard of education in Pawntucky, the press came knocking on your door to ask how this might actually be done. It's all a question of money, says veteran teacher Dennis Perez. If we really care about education, we'll make it our #1 priority, double the education budget, half the teacher-student ratio, and make sure every teacher has a master's degree in education. After all, the children are our future. That's quaint. Yeah. Would you mind lending us some of your beers? As much as I'd like to have more money, it's really a question of most of the faculty belonging to one of the most powerful unions in the whole of Pawntucky that stops this school from being great, says Principal Nomatemba Looney. Man, Nomatemba is a popular name in my regions. I can't discover which teachers are good and reward them for their excellent work, nor fire the useless ones. Destroying teachers' unions is perhaps the most important thing we could do. That is an interesting perspective that I'm probably pissing off a lot of teachers by going, You know, in private industry, it's one thing to have a union of the workers against the giant capitalist corporate machine, but in a system where the whole process is dedicated to educating young people, there's no profit to be made there. If it's a governmentally regulated education system, then if teachers are not making enough money, well, elect people who give you the money. I think specialization is the way to go, says your defense minister, standing arm in arm with a bishop of a major religion and Pawntucky's top CEO. Oh, Jim, you are the greatest, and you are so holy. Specialization lets each focus on what they're truly good at, and I'm sure that religious institutions, the military, and private companies would fork out a bit to train up the next generation, so we could save on taxes too. Yes, let's bring corporate interests into the classroom. Oh, what a brilliant thought. As we've proven in the past, the free market can manage this far better than the public sector, says someone that I'm not listening to. So it's either a question of money, and we, spend it and just, pour money on the problem, or we break the teachers' union. And the thing is, I have seen us pour money on the problem, and it does not help the problem, IRL. I don't think unions work in an education environment. I see their benefit, but I think it is to the detriment of the students. I think you end up with a lot of people who you just can't get rid of, who really shouldn't be teaching. And I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm sorry. I've just pissed off a lot of teachers. Sorry, Rex. Rag-wearing teachers are often mistaken for homeless people. We don't have to pay them less just because we broke the union, okay? It just means we can get rid of the ones that suck. Retirement problem solving itself, economist says. Oh, are we dying sooner? Good. Strong government key to happiness, study shows. I might have paid for that headline. Chess tournament ends in violent brawl. Oh, people are pissed. How much money do you need to live? It's less than you think. We broke the teachers union. You cannot tell me that our economic output of beers is down by 2.1%. And also, the teachers are on the streets because they're not making enough money. It's a good day for my nation. Listen, we've only got one more issue. Too much yakking already, say delegation. You talking to me? It's my job to yak. It's all I have in the world. Some people say Pawntucky's policy on free speech has gone too far, and I'm one of them. These days, anyone says whatever they want with no regard to what kind of dribble is coming out of their mouths, says angry commuter Way Rubin. I've been watching this one YouTuber on his Ronin Pawn channel, and God, man just vomits constantly and thinks other people will find it entertaining. It's gone too far. We should go back to the good old days when if someone started talking garbage, we'd smack them one. Who's defining what garbage is, Way? We need more free speech, not less, argues civil rights campaigner Kendra Colbert. Free speech allows ideas to be explored, challenged, and discussed in a productive, open forum. It teaches our kids to be critical thinkers and dirty words, of course, but that's just the price you pay. That's not the price you pay, that is a benefit. The right to free speech is a central tenet of our system of democracy, says religious leader Buffy Columbus, but surely the right to not have your religious beliefs mocked by others is worth something too. We mustn't put up with intolerance. This just seems like, it's an irrelevant, it's a non-issue. Like, we're just talking about it theoretically. This isn't addressing anything in particular. Teach the kids to cuss. Do you think I care? Pawntucky's children are widely acknowledged as the most foul-mouthed in the region. Hoorah! Pawntucky's civil rights rose from very good to excellent. There's something my country is excellent in. I must be doing something wrong. Top 10 books that were even better than the movie than usual. What? School bans chess as too passive. Naked people protesting something again, and accompanied by a picture of swine. I guess you can't just put naked people on the internet. I've been told that these are actually illegal on certain services. Phases of Pawtucket develop excellent civil rights and develop excellent civil rights. Okay. This is just a makeup advertisement. What the hell? And why are they both camping? What do we have houses in Pawtucket? Did I get rid of houses? I just banned the auto. I like how the recent trends things work. I've been noticing this more and more. So things like crime, it's in the green. Crimes are up. Apparently that's a positive. Meanwhile, authoritarianism is down by 8.2 Stalins. Well, that's a bad thing, it's in the red. I do agree with nudity being a positive though. 4.8%, we need to raise those cheeks per square mile. And look at that, in answering 5 issues I have brought us back from the brink. The sizable but underdeveloped Pawtuckian economy worth 1.19 trillion beers a year. We were in the billions before, now we're up to trillions, and our average income is up to 32,981 beers. Huh? Who needs teachers' unions when you got beers? Several citizens are complaining about scientists abducting their pets for experimentation. The military is on a massive recruiting drive in advance of an invasion of Brazilistan. Rag-wearing teachers are often mistaken for homeless people, and Pawtuckians' children are widely acknowledged as the most foul-mouthed in the region. Well, everybody, I am the Pawn. I'll see you back here sucking in the next video. Pawn!